What's up, YouTube? It is Scott Kazan, the Balloon Man, and today I am going to be making a very special request. I'm going to be making Goku from Dragon Ball Z. It's a very intricate design, so hang in there. It's a long video, so enjoy it, sit back, and just absorb everything, and then pick up a balloon and try to make it yourself. Alright, don't forget, guys, thumbs up, and here we go.
So I just want to start out by saying I apologize for the bad camera work in the first half of the video. I didn't realize that the balloon I was making was not showing. So I'm going to be super descriptive, so just listen carefully. The first thing you're going to do is blow up two 360s in blush. You're going to make a pinch twist, then a 6-inch bubble, then another pinch twist, and then you're going to go back and forth with that extra balloon until you make about 4 quadrants. And then you're going to break off the rest. You're going to add the second 360, and you're going to go back and forth just twice. So you're going to have 6 quadrants in total, 6 balloons. So it's nice and even and symmetrical. Now, before you break off the excess, what you're going to do is squeeze out all the air and get to like the middle of the face. And then right at that middle, you're going to make a pinch twist. And then you're going to squeeze out all the air and go to the other side. You're then going to stuff that pinch twist inside. So that creates an anchor for the nose and something that you can use for the neck. And it's just always good to have pinch twist anchors when you're tying stuff in so it stays put. Now, the problem I had was with the eyes and the nose. I realized that the nose was too small. I didn't like a 260 blown up to the end. It just didn't look right, so I had to redo the nose and do it as a 260 pinch twist, as in I tied them from each end like a small bubble, and then that looked much better. And then with the eyes, I tied the eyes and the eyebrows at the ear, the black and the white balloon, and then I pretty much went to the middle, put the nose in, and then went to the other side and tied it in. And I first did that evenly, and it didn't look right. And I made the white balloon much smaller and then stretched it out to the middle, and then did the same thing on the other side, made the white balloon much smaller and went to the end. So this way the eyes were a little smaller and the eyebrows kind of like, looked a little bit more bold, and it had a much better look, especially with the thick nose. Now, at that point, I grabbed the knot and pulled it through the 6 bubbles in through the bottom, and that's when I tied it into the pinch twist anchor, and that's what helped that stay put so it wouldn't move. All right, moving on to the hair. I started with his forehead. I put 4 balloons through his forehead, and with the knots, I grabbed them from the other side and either twisted them into left ear, right ear, and I left one of the knots in the middle through the top of his head. That knot enabled me to tie all the balloons down when I brought all the balloons up together, twisted all 4 balloons together, and then grabbed that knot and just pulled that knot as tight as I could so the hair would stay put. Now, this is going to take a little tinkering and finagling. You're going to have to really play around with this because this is only the first time I made it. So this is just my best attempt at it for a one-time type of thing. If I had to make it again, I know the hair would go a lot easier. Things you got to live and learn sometimes. I'm hoping to give you is not the actual blueprint, but just more of guide, and then from there, you're on your own. It's almost like a teacher that, is teaching the students half the thing, half of whatever they're learning, and then the students have to figure out the other half on their own, but with that little clue is all they need, and then they can finish the job. So you got to just play around with this. You got to have some fun. You can't get nervous. You can't feel like you can't do it. I feel like a lot of twisters don't have confidence, and what I mean by that is I'm the perfect example. I could never, ever make a motorcycle because I just couldn't wrap my brain around it. I could never, ever, ever make a costume because I was too intimidated by it. It was intimidating. I was scared to make it. And honestly, after making it, I don't really see what the problem was. It wasn't that hard. You just had to make it. You had to put forth the effort. You had to really just do it. Instead of thinking you can't do it, you just got to put that stuff in the garbage and just go for it. So my only other tips for the hair would be to not tie everything into the ears, but to kind of make pinch twist in the middle and then use the excess and to tie it down and just kind of tinker with it. You know, I really can't give you a blueprint on the hair because I broke it 15 times trying to make it. I got really frustrated because I'm trying to make it as picture perfect as Now made it, because I looked at real pictures of Goku and then I looked at the pictures that Now made and he was picture perfect and mine is not so much. So there you go, guys. Just have some fun with it, enjoy it, play around with it, and get back to me. Let me know what you think.
Okay, so I know it was really hard to follow, and I'm sorry about that, but I mean, this is the first time I'm making this, and I'm trying to make it based on Now Osaka's version, and he didn't necessarily show you how to make it, he just made it, and I'm trying to copy it. So, overall, I'm pleased with it, except for the hair. I kept fiddling with the hair and fixing the hair, and the hair is getting on my nerves because, I don't know, it's funky. But at the end of the day, it's really up to you as far as artistically how crazy you want to make the hair, because, I mean, that's clearly Goku. You can't not tell that's him. So, I mean, once you get up to that point, then it's up to you. But from what I noticed, he's got 4 spikes on one side and 3 on the other. And I was trying to copy that, but my point is, you don't need to. Maybe you could just put 3 spikes and 3 spikes and call it a day. Or even 2 spikes and 3 spikes. Just to make it a little easier on you, because, I mean, it's really hard to get it to do what you want to do. I mean, I'm not even using techniques. I'm just kind of mashing it all together until it looks good enough. I mean, this is just crazy. So, anyway, the body's coming up. Stay tuned for that. But at least the head is done. And I'm pretty satisfied with it. The ear popped twice. I think both ears popped, which is really annoying because the ear is like my anchor. I pretty much twist everything into the ear. And, yep, I think it's ready. It just needs a body. Because now that we have this piece, we can just attach that to a body and he'll be ready for action. By the way, don't worry about the back. Who cares if the back looks ugly or weird? It's all about the front. It's all about that picture. You know what I mean? People want to take pictures of the balloons. They don't care what the back looks like. It's not important. It's like a Ferrari with no engine. You know, as long as it looks like a Ferrari, that's what people are interested in. All right, guys, more to come.